but we're now recording. So, as I was saying, today is about letting go toxic, karmic relationships. And it could be really hard because these people try to tear down your self-esteem, your self-image, everything. They try to tear you down so you think you cannot move on. That you think you cannot find someone else. That you are not good enough to find someone else. And they'll sit around and they'll tell you you're not good looking. They'll tell you that somebody else is better. How come, when so-and-so broke his leg, it healed faster? Or why does so-and-so have more money? Why is your brother better looking than you? Whatever the fuck they want to say, mean, hurtful things. You need to throw these people out in the trash before it affects you. Okay, and the way that I'm saying that is like, it's almost like a Stockholm syndrome. Okay, but not a good one. Obviously they're both not good. My bad, y'all. Okay, they're both not good. But like Stockholm syndrome in a sense where you start to agree with the person who's talking shit about you to your face. And you start to accept that maybe you aren't that attractive, maybe you aren't that good looking, maybe you aren't worth that much. You start to think these things because it's being said over and over and over to you by somebody you care about, alright? And so, my first step is just to not care about anyone. I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean. Like it could feel like that. You're like, oh my god, I don't want to care about anybody because everyone's insane. Everybody's like insecure and angry and takes things out on me and blah blah blah. And it's just like, yeah, there's people like that, but you don't gotta stay around them. Okay, straight up, you don't gotta stay around anybody that makes you fucking miserable. Okay, and that's what they'll make you think. They'll make you think you have to stay because you're not good enough, you didn't do this, you don't do that, da 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 da. It's all a tactic in order to keep you stuck, in order to keep you low vibrational, in order to continue doing the things that they want. And yeah, it's called toxic, but they're called karmic partners. Okay, and karmic partners are just people who haven't healed. They're people who go from one person to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and they never heal themselves. They never get over the past. They just keep moving forward while continuing to hold on to the burdens that plague their mind, which will destroy every relationship that they come into contact with. And it'll destroy their happiness, their peace, their joy. These people will never find security, like security for oneself if they're constantly saying bad things about another person to another person and make them feel bad. Nobody's able to stomp on another person to continually feel good about themselves for the rest of their life. Okay, they'll always have to find new outlets in order to, thank you for the following, thank you for the gifts, everybody. They'll continue down the same path because it's what they know. Okay, and it's like, that's why I try and tell people, you don't have to be your parents. You don't have to be your uncle or your aunt or whoever was really mean to you. You can let that go and be yourself and not have a completely miserable life, and that's kind of like the difficult part is like recognizing that the people you care about don't have good intentions for you. It could be really hard. It could almost feel like, why didn't I see this to begin with? But all you have to do is forgive yourself and move on. And try to treat yourself better, okay? And when it comes to these toxic relationships, it could be really hard to separate from these karmics. Because the fact is that they have an in, okay? If you have an unhealed wound within yourself, they'll pick up on it and they will try to manipulate that wound, whether your mom hurt you, your dad hurt you, your sister, your brother. They try to use those wounds in order to come back into your life or to stay in your life. Okay, maybe they'll use money too. Maybe somebody's just manipulating somebody with their cash flow and they're like, do you really want to live out on the streets like when I found you or whatever? This could be men or women. Like, there's been like white women with slaves that literally, you know, they just have money. They just have money. And they're literally treating men like garbage, like shit, like a thing. They're treating these people like objects, the way that men treat women sometimes. Or it goes both ways. That's what I'm trying to say, is that they could be like the most innocent looking person in the world, but it matters what they do. It matters what they say. It matters how they behave when no one's looking. I say when no one's looking, I just be acting goofier. But that's for me. That's like so I can be entertained and laugh and giggle like I'm a little kid again. But, you know, to each their own. Some of these people that are karmics, they'll never be able to laugh. They'll never be able to be happy unless something bad happens to you. So that's how you'll know right away. If you're hanging out with somebody and the only time they ever smile is when you say something bad that happened, that's a huge red flag that they are a piece of okay? It's a huge red flag for people to never clap for you when you accomplish something, to always laugh when something bad happens, to always be so happy anytime anything bad happens, because these people are miserable AF and they want to see you way beneath them, okay? But the fact is that these people, they'll use tactics, so it gets difficult to see. Okay, some people can be covert, alright? They could be covert, and like, they could gaslight you, and they can hit on a guy right in front of you, and then be like, oh no, I didn't hit on him, I just told him such and such. You know what I mean? Hello, all is good. And so, with that being said, it's kind of like, if you feel a certain way about a situation, go with your gut, okay? These people will gaslight you, alright? Even if you know the truth, they will try to sit there and be like, no, you're just being overly sensitive, babe. No, you're misconstruing things. Or, no, da-da-da-da. That's the thing, is it's hard to see, because they'll lie to you straight to your damn face. And you'll be believing it for years. You'll be like, no, she only said that to this guy because, you know, he looked like so-and-so, some celebrity or whatever. Or whatever. Like, whatever fucking lie they tell you is just to keep you playing in their game. Okay? And this is the hard part, is to see it. Okay, you might be sitting there thinking, oh, me and my friend are the best fucking friends in the world, da-da-da-da-da. Meanwhile, that motherfucker be talking shit behind your back, trying to poison you, trying to make you sick, trying to bully you behind your back, being part of the problem. And we just don't fucking see it. That's the sad part, is that we need to confirm. Now, I don't condone snooping through people's things, okay? But there are private detectives. There are private detectives, and there is something called observation. So if you want to fucking know if somebody really truly gives a fuck about you, thank you, it's probably best to observe, okay? How do they clap for you when you win? Are they excited for you, or are they competing with you? Because these fucking idiots think that competing with you means bullying you, tearing you down, taking you down a peg, trying to take away your intuition by gaslighting you and shit. This is all fucking lies. It's all manipulation. It's all a tactic. If somebody truly likes you, they will be on your side all the time. They're not going to take other people's side. They're not going to take people... Okay, if you're with a person that you really like, they're not going to put or they really like you, they're not going to put everyone else before you. Okay, that's a tactic. If you try to ask your chick to hang out, but she's like, oh no, I have a million things to do, but every fucking time, there's something weird going on. Like, I get it, alright? You got a life of your own, but if you can't hang out at least once a week, there's an issue. Okay, there's an issue. And I don't really know. I don't want to say what it is for everyone because everyone's situation is different. Okay, but for the most part, I believe a lot of people are just using us. If they're not, willing to make the time for us, if they're not willing to put in effort, but you see them doing it for other people, they are capable of doing it. They are capable. They just don't want to do it for you. Okay? And that, with me, I only hang out with people sometimes once a week. I'll see somebody once a week, and that's good enough for me because I'm an extrovert. I'm not an introvert. So it depends on the person too. But if you see a person that you're with and you see them behaving in better ways with somebody else than they do with you, that's a red flag. Okay? As somebody who tries to compare you to another person, whatever the fuck situation it is, that is a huge red flag, man or woman. Because women can be out here talking shit to men too. Oh yeah, so-and-so's wallet is fatter than yours, like, why don't you have 2 jobs so you could buy me this, and that's obviously fucking BS, okay? But there's some tactics that are hard to spot, okay? And those are the things you need to be more observant with. I'm not saying going through a bitch's phone or nothing. That'll cause World War III, I'm pretty damn sure. But like I said, there are private detectives. There are people that you can just observe. I'm not saying stalk a bitch. I am not saying that, but I'm saying there are private detectives, thank you, and I believe that's legal, as far as I know. It's a legal practice. Most of the private detectives are ex-police officers, so they have some kind of affiliation at least. Or they're retired. They're usually retired, because I don't think you can be a cop forever. I think they kind of kick you out, maybe 40s, 50s. Like, bye, get out, thank you for serving us. Boof. Okay, and I would say the biggest clue for me is the energy. Is the person that you're around constantly miserable? Are they a miserable sack of shit? Okay, a miserable sack of shit is never going to be happy for you. And those people will only be happy when you're failing the way they are failing. And they might not even be failing. They might just think that you're better than them, but that's their fault for comparing themselves to you to begin with. And these type of people will compare you to other people, or they will compare themselves to other people. And so once you see that somebody has those types of insecurities, that should be your red flag. Okay? So leaving these types of people behind can be very difficult, because we opt to play their little games. We co-sign on that shit. We're like, yeah, we want to be in the relationship with this person. Yeah, we want to be mentally abused. Yeah, we want the physical abuse, all that shit. We basically co-sign on it by staying in that relationship with that harmful person. And they'll play little games because they've already tore your spirit down. They've already made you feel really bad about yourself. They've made you feel like you're not shit, like you're not worth anything. That was part of their goal. So now that you feel this way, it's hard to leave, because you think, I'm not good enough for anyone else, when in reality that person knows how important, how special, how beautiful, how amazing you are, but they are not capable of telling you. Instead, all they can do is hate you, and hate that you're better, and hate that you get this, that you get that people pay attention to you and give you good things. These people are jealous, okay? Once you start to see somebody that's jealous, that's another red flag. But how do we escape these mofos, okay? For one, we gotta start saying, no, don't compare me to other people. You need to stop doing that. Okay, that should be your red flag. If they're trying to compare you to other people, trying to make you feel less than, that should be your ultimate sign. Hey, I need to get the fuck out of here. Okay? If you don't get out, they're gonna play their little games and tear you down spiritually. Okay, that spiritual attack I was talking about is basically, it's an attack on your mind. So that they could say, oh, well, I didn't hurt you physically. I didn't hurt you in physical ways. It doesn't fucking matter. If they're fucking with your mind, if they're hurting your heart with the words they say, that is an attack on your spirit. Okay, and they could do that in many ways. They could do it in the 5th dimension, where they're like, you know, wishing bad on you. Or they could do it here in the 3rd dimension and just physically tell you you're a piece of shit. I don't fucking like you. Sorry, I'm totally cussed. But I digress. A lot of these people are cowards. These little jealous, petty, crybaby cowards. They need a diaper change. They're full of shit, okay? And they're running around crying, trying to fill anybody else full of their duty, okay? And those are the types of people that they do all these things to mess with your head. And the way to break away from these people is to stand up for yourself. The moment you stand up for yourself, they will shit themselves a lot, because they don't expect it. They've seen you be kind and lovely and generous and peaceful and beautiful with everyone you meet. So the moment you put a kibosh on the abuse, they're gonna be like, oh, hell no. I need to abuse you. I need to mentally manipulate and destroy you. So you telling me I can't do that, that goes against what I want. Okay, that's them. That's their mind. So the moment you tell them no, the moment you tell them no, you cannot treat me like that, they start to get offended. They're like, what? You've been allowing me to treat you like shit all these years, and you're suddenly telling me that I can't do that anymore? They'll be really, really shocked and hurt that you're not allowing them to harm you. That's kind of weird, kind of fucked up. Kind of sad. But I digress. These people are obviously hurt. They're in pain, and misery loves company, right? Hurt people hurt people. You know the sayings? You know? We all know the sayings, and we all know that it's real. Okay? So a lot of these people will try to keep you in a low vibration, making you feel bad about yourself, trying to keep you in their little clutches, okay? And like I said, the first step is to stick up for yourself. The second step is to literally just walk away. If somebody cannot listen to you, if they want to cross your boundaries and still continue to poke and prod and talk shit and say underhanded things, say underhanded sly comments to try and make you upset, that's the time where you realize that there's no hope, there's no helping this person. They're just toxic. They're hurt. They're incapable of getting better. And so that's when you need to take the opportunity to leave and heal yourself. Remind yourself you aren't bad, you're a good person, you don't deserve it, and walk the fuck away. Okay? Yeah, do the cutoff game. Your cutoff game needs to be strong. Your cutoff game needs to be stronger than their tactics, okay? And how do we build our cutoff game? Well, I'm the cutoff queen, okay? That's what I've been called. The moment you act stupid, I'm gone, okay? If I'm still around, there's a demon I need to exorcise from your dumb ass, okay? And, you know, people are filled with demons. And sometimes it's our job to show them how they act and how they behave, because they might not even know. These people might just be unhealed. They might not know that there's a tactic. That just might be who they are now. Okay? Because they don't see anything wrong with it, because everybody in their life treated them like shit. So they think that's how it works. And it's not. That is not how it works. We don't go around through life treating people like shit to feel better. It doesn't work. In fact, it makes you look pathetic and sad, and it says a lot of bad things about you to constantly try to tear others down. It shows what a pathetic person you are, that you can't just let somebody live their life and be happy, that you gotta come in, shit on them, and destroy them. There's no freaking real reason and that you feel like it's like you can't build on your own strength. Maybe you don't know, but you can. You need to actually tell these people, like, I know, like, maybe you're insecure, maybe you're unhappy, but you should not, if you are, don't let it affect us. Okay, like, you can talk with these people, but I would say 9 out of 10 times, they'll just gaslight you, and they'll be like, oh, like, I'm always nice to you, what are you talking about? Like, they'll literally fucking sit in your face, play in your face. These people they are little kids still. They are not fully grown, mature adults. They still think like a child. And a lot of us do. I'm not saying you gotta be perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's just that we need to see these tactics and put a kibosh on them the moment they come into our lives. So if somebody comes into your life and starts talking shit to you, you ain't gonna stand there and be like, oh yes, please talk shit more. Unless you're a fucking masochist or some weird shit. Y'all gotta find your match. If you're a fucking sadist and you like harming people, find a masochist. Don't hurt people that don't need or like it, because you'll be hurt and you won't need or like that. I can tell you. Because a lot of people come into my life thinking that they can harm, destroy, control, and hurt me. And it's like, bitch, I just fucking met you. You ain't fucking shit to me. You need to really earn your spot in my life. And that could take forever. In a day. And that's how we gotta be. We gotta be for real. We gotta be like, bitch, you ain't shit. You just somebody I just fucking met. Like what, 2 weeks ago? I ain't gonna fucking do whatever the fuck you're saying. I ain't gonna feel bad over somebody I just met talking shit to me, trying to make me feel like I'm not good enough. We need to be back in their face. Clap back when you have to. That's the standing up for yourself, is the clap back. Alright? That's important. Alright? People think they can come into your life and control you. You need to remind them who the fuck you are. You ain't theirs. I'm not yours. That's what you gotta say. I'm not yours. You're not entitled to me. You are not entitled to me to talk to you, be your friend, anything. Period. Toxic ass people trying to control you. Trying to come into your life like they're somebody. When they didn't fucking contribute shit to you, but causing problems and drama and bullshit and talking shit to you, thinking it'll hurt you, thinking they could hurt you, and they ain't shit. Period. Nobody, the people who come into your life and try to talk shit to you, they ain't shit. That's all they can do. All they can do is talk shit. They don't have anything good going for them. Because they chose that path. They chose to be miserable and talk shit to the people around them. So now nobody likes them. Nobody wants to fuck them. Nobody wants to spend the night. Nobody wants to be around you. You can talk to them like that. Tell them, like, you don't have any control over me, bitch. Okay? Period. I don't owe you shit. Okay, especially if you just met someone and they're trying to use these stupid ass tactics. They're not capable, okay? A lot of people are not capable of handling somebody who doesn't bend to their will. As if you're a fucking dog. You are not a dog, you are a person. You don't need to bend to somebody what somebody else wants. What if you don't even want that? What if you don't give a fuck about that person, and they're like, oh, I thought we were friends, and it's like, since when, bitch? You treated me like shit, you talk shit to me, you did this, you did that, now you want to be friends? Bam! Shut the door. Shut the door. I'm telling you, if you are going through this, you need to send some of that toxicity back to them. You can't just sit around and let people talk shit to you and shit on you and come into your life and think they have a place in your life. Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm sorry. You got the wrong bitch. Y'all need a fucking little toy to play with. You need a dog. You need to get yourself a dog if you want to order someone to fuck around. And that's what I tell people. I'm like, if you want somebody you can order around, go get you a dog, bitch. Go get you a dog. Go make it fetch. Make it lick your ball. I don't give a fuck. You like peanut butter. I could just see a loser like, oh, she don't want to talk to me. I got a dog. I put my peanut butter on my dick. My boss. I'm just saying, these people are gonna have to find another way. They're gonna have to downgrade and find somebody less good looking than you, less smart than you, less attractive in every fucking way, less money, less everything. They're gonna have to downgrade so they can treat someone like a dog. Because if you have value, they see it and they want it. They want to take it away. They want to destroy your happiness and hope, your dreams. So you need to walk away. You need to stand up for yourself and be like, yo, I ain't nobody's bitch. Okay? If you've been doing things willingly, that's different. Okay? So that's the thing. Alright, is just kind of putting people in their place when they try to come in and bombard you with hate and manipulation and their little tactics, okay? Because their tactics are very easy to see through once you know, like, that they're doing it. It's like, oh man, you're one of those sad, pathetic bitches. You have, like, a lot of insecurity and self-doubt, and you try to make other people have that too. And it just, it's obvious and it's sad. It's like, you know, like a super, like, I had a friend like that not too long ago. Super hot, super fun to be around, but she was so insecure and she had really no fucking reason. And it was probably because her sisters used to call her, like, ugly and fat. And she's anorexic as shit. And she never eats, so she's a bitch. and so I'm like, alright, well, you know, you're they, them, and you don't eat. And, you know, you got no eyebrows and all this crazy stuff. And, you know, you're gonna walk around here, like, thinking, oh, why the fuck are you looking at me? Oh, it's because you're flaunting this attitude. You're flaunting this energy. And I feel like once I explained that to the person, they kind of were like, oh yeah, like, I am hurt. I am taking things out on people. I am unhappy. And it's just like, it took them that, you know, realization. And a lot of us might not realize what we're doing. We might be walking around just thinking this is how we're supposed to treat other people. Because I could tell you, I definitely wasn't, you know, like, walking around thinking I was doing anything wrong when I was being toxic. And when I stopped, I realized, oh, I was like that because this person had treated me like this for so long that I had become like that. And I was like, I see, you wanted me to be shitty. You wanted me to be shitty like you, bitch. And then so once I removed myself, this person was just fucking a wreck. They didn't understand that they couldn't keep me by being toxic. There's some people that are happy and healthy out here, guys. You can't be toxic with every single person. That's not gonna work on everyone. Sometimes you gotta really see, okay, I'm not able to get over on this person. I'm not able to steal from them. I'm not able to block their, you know, path. I'm not able to get in the way. You gotta respect that, because if you don't, there's a reason why some people are protected and some people aren't. There's why some people are toxic, and there's a reason why some people aren't. And a lot of these people have worked on themselves. They work with, like, God. They work with, you know, different things so that they could become a better person, you know. And so it's like some of these people are really protected, and you're wasting your damn time. And I think it's really important to know who we're dealing with, because who we spend time on is a reflection of ourselves. Okay? So if you're spending time with complete low lives, that's what you're going to project. You're going to project that type of energy. Because what do low lives do? They rip people off, they steal from people, they lie to you when they don't need to, they pretend they work for churches so they could steal money. They pretend to be good people so that you believe them. And cults do this all the time. Cults will try to make you feel like you're not good enough for outside society, that the only place you belong is with them. All kinds of weird stuff. So it's like we got to be really careful on who we allow into our lives to do those types of things. And it could be difficult. It could be hard to spot, especially when you're in a bad space in life and you don't have anyone on your side. You know, you could easily fall into a toxic relationship thinking that it's all you can get. No, in reality, what needs to be done is for you to know your worth, to see your own value, the way that this person who is a karmic influence here to ruin your life. A lot of people come into people's lives because they're doing good and they don't want them to do good. They want to come in, they want to steal, they want to take, they want to do bad things. And that's the sad part, is like they don't have the ability to accept people who are doing good, who are on a righteous path, who are happy. They don't like that. So they try to destroy whatever good things are around them. And it's very unfortunate because then they're like, where are all the good people? Why isn't anybody good in my life? Well, you might be a part of that. And that might be a hard pill to swallow, but a lot of us have far more control over our own lives than we think. And a lot of it has to do with what we're willing to put up with. And if you're willing to be in a relationship where somebody's being really horrible and awful, you're telling the universe and that person and everyone around you that that's what you deserve. Period. So what you think has a lot to do with what you attract. Okay? So if you think you can never make money, you'll never make money. If you think you can make fucking hella dollars, you'll be able to make that. You'll be able to make it, okay? It's really all in your mindset. So if somebody told you you weren't good enough, or made you feel like you weren't good enough, or literally paid attention to everyone else but you, that should be a big sign that they feel threatened by you. Because they're capable of treating all this other trash better than you, trying to make you feel like shit. That should be a flag. That should be a red flag to you. And that should be a big fucking sign that you are awesome. And they don't want you to see it. They don't want anyone else to see it either. You know, they don't want anyone else to treat you good. So that you decline mentally, physically, spiritually, and stay on the bottom with them. Sink all the way down. I don't know why I just did that, but it's like, that's what they want. They want you to be miserable. And then when you are miserable and you treat them like shit, they're like, you used to be so nice. How come you're mean now? It's like, well, you made people that way. You made them awful over time by treating them like shit and making them feel bad. Now they feel like shit and they feel bad, and now you're gonna feel that way anytime you're around them. So then these people will abandon you so they can find another happy person to destroy. And that's their cycle. It's a repetitive cycle. And then they don't even realize that they're destroying themselves little by little. They're destroying any possibility for happiness in their future. They're destroying any possibility for growth in their future. They're destroying any possibility for growth in their future. They will be hindered for the rest of their lives until they find the path to happiness, to loving themselves. And you can't make somebody not love themselves. Thank you. Once you love yourself, no one can come in and destroy that. But if you're right at the tip where you don't really understand that, people could easily dismantle how you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself. So we need as people to be as strong as possible before we get involved in a situation. That's why I don't condone jumping from one lover to the next, to the next, to the next. Now, if you're just having sex, fine, whatever. But if you're literally, you got broken up with, hey, what's up? And then you go into another relationship, automatically, that will not help. That will just literally continue that repetitive cycle. That means that you have now become the host. Okay, you allowed an energy vampire to come in and suck away your love, light, and happiness. And now you're dealing out the same demonic energy, vampiric energy. Basically, you desire to take from others to replenish self, just like a damn vampire. And the way that these energy vampires work, okay, it's really important that you know. What they do is they come in and they take away your smile. And then that's when their smile comes in. The moment you frown for the first time, that's when they will first smile. This is extremely evil. Okay, these people are only here to take your happiness away. And that's an energy vampire as well. They'll try to make you feel bad about yourself. They'll try to make you feel ugly and stupid and little and all kinds of horrible things, because that's how they feel. And they have decided that that is the energy that they want to live in forever. Because they don't understand that if they were to just heal, that they would see that they don't need to do that. And it's really hard. Once you're in that state of mind, you think, the only way I could be happy is tearing others down, when that's actually the way to continually perpetuate the unhappiness. Because if you're unhappy, you're going to hurt other people, and hurting people hurts you, whether you believe it or not. Even if you're a psychopath, hurting other people does eventually cause some kind of problems for self. Okay, whether it's, oh, I made that person, I slept with that man and I was so horrible to him, he's a misogynist now. That's their goal. They want you to be a misogynist. They want you to treat the next woman like garbage so that you don't have anything for yourself. So you don't have love. You don't have anything in your life, so that you hate every woman and don't have love in return. Because if you hating them bitches and treating them like shit, man. Thank you, Ace. It's nice to see you again. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that when we go through those things, it could be really difficult for us to overcome those types of behaviors, because now we think that's love. Hell no, you old enough to know that ain't love. A relationship that is considered love should not hurt you. Period. I don't care what the fuck's happening. The person that you're with, if that's real love, it should not hurt all day, every day, all the time. That is not real love. That is what we were fooled into believing is love, which it's not at all. Yeah. No, that's good. It's good to hear what you need to hear, because a lot of these people I hear right now are pulling their tactics. They're running out of time, y'all. They're running out of their attractive looks. They're running out of their friends. They're running out of people to fuck over. So they're looking for you, baby. They're looking to take from you. They're like those witches from Hocus Pocus, where they're like sucking on your good energy. Okay? The way I did that right now, y'all. My bad. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. These people really come into your life to put a damper on your happiness, because they think that's what makes them happy. They think that's, oh, well, my family did this, so it's normal. It is not normal, y'all. Like, I'm saying, like, a relationship with somebody you love shouldn't constantly be turmoil, problems, crying, worrying about if that person even likes you. You would know, bro. You'll know if someone likes you because they won't treat you like shit. Period. You know, maybe we have our bad days. Okay, but that person needs to come back and apologize and really mean it. How do we know if somebody really means an apology? When someone apologizes for doing something bad to you, they never do it again. Period. That is how a real apology works. Okay? That is how the real apology works, alright? It's based on action. Yes. It's based on reality. Okay? Yeah, and they could be sarcastic. They could be narcissistic. Yes, we deal with narcissists all the time. And we don't even notice. How do we know if someone's a narc? They respond really, really highly to praise. And they constantly need you. If a bitch needs you for every emotion, that's an energy vampire or a narcissist. It's hard though. Nope. Yeah, we don't need anybody, okay? That's the thing, is once you start to realize that you don't need somebody to make you happy, you break that cycle of repetitive motion where you're constantly getting back in a toxic relationship with somebody. Oh, she wants me back. I need the ussy. Oh, I gotta take her back. You can fuck someone equally good looking who doesn't treat you like shit. Boom. Whoa. Sometimes I never thought about that. Like, thinking that there's only one person for me. And if this person doesn't treat me right, then... No. Just break out of that shit. You can break out of that shit just by realizing, like, you are good enough. These people that don't want you to feel good about yourself, they'll do anything they can to make you feel like shit. They will send people your way to love bomb you and then disappear on you. I was just joking, but obviously you should know when I'm fucking around, y'all. But yeah, the people go out and they try and do so fucking much. They do the most. And when these people do the most, you could start to see, you know, oh, these people are needy. They're insecure. They don't have any self-esteem. They have no self-value. And so when they meet another person, they will not value you. Period. They won't value you because they don't see the point. They don't value themselves. Why would they care about you? Why would they like you when they don't even like themselves? That's the hard part. Okay? It's hard to know if a narcissist or a toxic lover or a karmic, if that's what they're doing. You know, it could be just that these people don't have love for themselves. And so they think that, you know, anybody who's nice or loves themselves is a fucking idiot or an asshole or whatever you want to call it. It's because they don't have that ability to love themselves, because they're not doing the right things in life, because they made the wrong choices when it came to self. They decided to put somebody above them, thinking that that was love. No, love isn't putting someone else's needs before yours. Love is equal. You know, if you really love yourself and someone else, you're going to give both equal time and attention. You're not going to pour all of your love just into the other person. You got to do something for self. You got to do stuff for you. And you can't let other people come in and dictate what you're doing is good or what you're doing is bad. If they're unhappy, they can fucking leave. If you don't like that I don't fucking drop to my knees and bow to you, you go find a bitch who will do that. The door is right there. And it's got to be the same for a guy. If you're a guy and a woman's like, I deserve this, I deserve that, but she ain't fucking really deserving it, you know, you don't got to do it, okay? And that's the point, is that we need to be able to say no. And it could be really, really hard to say no. But what if you don't stand up for yourself? You allow these people to continually perpetuate the same behavior over and over. And over time, you will become like the person you hate. And that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to be a carbon copy of them, so that they can take your personality and say that it's theirs. Because they see your value, they see your worth, they want to be you sometimes. Sometimes these people have so low self-esteem and they hate themselves so much because of what other people said about them, that they go through life trying to take from other people. They're like, well, I hate myself, so I'm going to pretend to be someone else. Instead of doing all the work that that person did to become who they are. It could take some work. It could be hard to go from being who this hurt person to somebody who's no longer hurt. So like, I didn't even know where to start. And the first part to start, okay, if you're trying to break out of this is really important. It's not all about you. It's not even about you at all, okay? These people are trying to make you feel bad because they feel bad. It's about them. They're selfish. They will call you selfish. They will literally call you everything in the book to make you feel that their behavior is yours. They might even go to other people and say, oh, so-and-so acts like this. That's called projecting. Okay? And if you don't act like that and it's the way they behave, that's 100% projecting. That's also manipulative tactics to keep other people away from you, to keep people from coming towards you. But I would say a lot of these tactics, they don't quite work, okay? Unless somebody wanted to fucking hate you to begin with, a lot of the times somebody just talking and saying negative things about another person usually isn't enough to deter people from talking to each other, because you'll know if someone's crazy. You'll be able to see, like, okay, well, they blew up this person's car, they stabbed this other person, they did this, they did that, they had 10 kids by this one person, but they, you know what I mean? Like, you'll be able to see people have patterns. And I'm not saying to use this as a tactic, but you know, us on the other side, we need tactics for ourselves, alright? What I like to do when some toxic karmic comes into my life is I like to pretend like I don't notice. Like I'm gonna overlook the red flags. And I know it could be really mean to mess with somebody who's already in a lot of pain, but the fact is that these people are coming in to harm you. So are we always gonna be nice to everyone? No, at least not me. I'm an Aries. I feel like it's my right to be mean because I'm an Aries. I'm literally a god of war. I'm literally supposed to be here to start shit with y'all. No, I'm just kidding. No, Aries are just very passionate, and their passions can reach heights that might make them seem crazy. But it's true. It's like we are the gods of war, you know, and I feel like sometimes it is my right to be mean, especially if someone is being mean to me. So I'll do God's work and I'll let them think that they are getting over on me. Okay? And how I do that is I pretend as if I am a pathetic person who needs to be guided and treated, you know, a specific way. And then when I'm done pretending, I turn around and say, you must be really insecure because you said this, and that. And you act like you're entitled to everything around you, even though you haven't worked hard for a single thing in your entire life. you didn't even put the effort into being nice. And so you thinking that you deserve some kind of relationship or friendship or anything with me is beyond me. And my behavior completely changes. And then they're like, they get scared because they realize that I always knew what they were doing to start with. And this might not be a good tactic with every person, because some people, yeah, it might be fun to fuck with them. But most people, they're not worth it. They're not worth the abuse, the negative energy. They're not worth the time and the effort. So most of the time I just tell them fuck you and I walk away. But if I really want to be really mean, I don't stoop to their level, but I start to reveal that I know everything. And when you're a healed person, you could see right through hurt people. Right through them. You could see all of their thoughts, all of their feelings, how they're going to say the next thing, the next tactic they have. Yeah. When you're healed, you can see through everything. And it could be really hard at first. You could start to see that, oh, my own parents are fucking narcissists. My own family is against me from the start. Some people just don't have the ability to be happy for others. You know, if you're one of the only family members that's doing good for yourself, of course a lot of people are going to be upset with you, especially if you're younger than they are. You know, they don't want to see people do better than them. That's also part of that toxicity, is that they cannot smile for other people. They cannot clap for other people. When you win, they're unhappy. Now, I don't really understand that, but to each their own. If you're one of these people, maybe you need to help yourself, okay? That's all I'm saying, is like, there's ways to get through it. You know, there's ways to overcome one's own behavior, one's own things that they're doing. Like, it really isn't rocket science, okay? All it is realizing how you've been treated is badly, and that you didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve to be treated badly. It doesn't matter if you're a jerk now. A lot of us are jerks now because of the things that happened to us in the past that we are simply not capable of moving on from. And it could be really hard to be like, okay, I'm ready to stop being sad and I'm ready to be happy. But it really just takes that. It just takes the time to see why you're unhappy and the changes you need to make. Am I unhappy because I feel insecure? Okay, if I feel insecure, what do I need to do? I need to build within self. I need to start from the bottom and rebuild who I am as a person. Okay, and that means not letting other people tell you who you are. Okay, a lot of people will be out here and be like, you're mean, you're this, you're that. That's just projection. Especially when somebody talks shit about another person, it's always projection. It's kind of sad because it's like, I've never met a single person who's able to discuss another person without outing themselves, you know, for being a hypocrite or for doing the exact same thing. And it could be hard as people, like, even when you start to heal, there are things that you start to realize, wow, this part of me is not healed yet. Or this part of me is still needing work. Or this part of me, like me, with my patience. I don't like being patient. I like things now. Or yesterday. I needed it yesterday, okay? And that's the kind of person that I am. I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, I can wait. But I've learned how to be like that. I've learned how being patient is what draws things in. Being impatient, being desperate, being needy, all these other things draws it away. Because it means you're not ready. It means you're too eager. That's kind of like how I end up dating specific, or how I end up with specific, I don't even date anymore. I'm just saying how I ended up with specific people for a night or so is because they were desperate. That desperation pushes away people that you want. Being desperate, being needy, being possessive, all these things really push what you want away. Now, if you like toxic stuff, you need to grow up. You need to grow up and realize that that's not love. Somebody running after you in the street half naked because you don't want to spend the night with them is not love. That's like weird as fuck, okay? Love is being able to know that you're safe and secure with someone, thank you, and that you can say things to them and they're not going to turn around and tell everybody else. They're not going to turn around and talk shit about you to the next person. Because there's a lot of people like that. A lot of people would never say shit to your face, but do all kinds of things behind your back. And it's because they're a coward. They're a fucking coward. They would never say this kind of shit to your face. They would never want you to find out the bad things they're saying behind your back. And all you can do is forgive them. Thank you. Because you have to realize that it's about them. It's not even about you. It's about them not having anything important to say. So the only thing that they could say is bad things about you. Because they hate you. And you're the only thing they ever think about. Because you have something inside you that they don't have. And once you start realizing stuff like that, the shit that people say really just goes off, rolls right off the shoulder. Once you start realizing, oh, they don't have anything important or good to say, so all they can say is bad things, that's reality. They don't have anything good inside themselves, so they need to talk shit and be mean and horrible to a person who does love themselves, who does have good intentions, because they don't have anything good for themselves. And once you start to see that, it gets way too clear that these people are just hurt, so they're trying to hurt you. And once you see that, it's almost like you start to feel bad for that person, and I don't like sympathy for the devil and all, but I feel like we've all been there. We've all been in a bad place mentally, physically, spiritually, and taken it out on someone else. And maybe that person just needs a friend, and I have tried to reach out to people who have treated me badly, and I've tried to talk to them in like an adult way, and sometimes people respond, and sometimes people they gaslight you because they're not capable of moving forward in life. They're not capable of accepting their flaws and working on them. They want to dismiss their flaws and still try to work something out with you, even though they're not capable of working things out with themselves. Which can be a little disappointing, because a lot of these people are destroying their own potential, their own future, their own possibilities with you and themselves. And so I don't condone jumping from one relationship to the next relationship to the next relationship, because that's just not allowing yourself to heal. Like I said, that's kind of like having a scab on your arm and ripping that scab off, ripping that scab off, ripping that scab off. That's what you're doing. You're exposing yourself to more pain, more problems, more drama, more toxicity, more jail time, less friends, less family. Like, I'm telling you, like, dealing with karmic energy, having it within yourself, dealing it within other people, it's just asking for problems. So the only thing we could do to make our lives happy and less miserable and shitty is to choose to behave in ways that don't attract negative karma. Okay? We want dharma. Dharma is the opposite of karma. It's like when good things are happening because of the actions you took in the past. Kind of like when an old man saves $20 every month. Okay? He just puts it away, puts it away, puts it away, puts it away. And then by the time he's old enough to enjoy it, he's got millions of dollars saved away. He wasn't even thinking about it. It's just habit. Okay, it's a habit. We need to build better non-toxic habits, okay? And those non-toxic habits create dharma. And dharma is like when the old man put away money, put it away, didn't go partying, kept his liver clean, put it away. Now he's an old man and he has $1 million. That's dharma. That's good karma from all the stuff he did. Instead of going and partying and spending all his money every single night, he was saving a few bucks, and now he gets to reap the rewards. It's the same thing when you start to build positive habits or behavior. Changing your toxic ways really brings in good things. And yeah, a lot of people will be hateful and jealous that you're happy, but it's because they're still hurt. And we need to all realize that we could all help ourselves and not be in pain and sad and da-da-da-da-da. We could just be happy and enjoy our lives and not allow other people and their stupid words and their stupid behaviors to harm us in any kind of way, shape, or form. Okay, like I say, or like they say in the prayers, it's like, any and all weapons that are formed against me shall not prosper. So a lot of people like to use mental tactics. Mental tactics are my favorite because it's like, it just tells me a lot about who they are and where they are. Now, if somebody comes up to you and tries to love bomb you, it's like, well, okay, this person wants something. Why are they suddenly in love with me and why are they suddenly like me? It's a game, it's a tactic. Love doesn't happen immediately. Love grows over time, baby. That's what people don't get. Love is it's something that grows and shows. Okay, it's a grower and a shower. And sorry. It's good for you, okay? It'll show you the directions you need to go in life, the actions you need to make. And that's what is the best about it. Is like, once you start enacting in a positive way and you start helping yourself, you start to see results. It's like working out at the gym. You keep doing it, it suddenly becomes a habit, and the next thing you know, you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, alright? I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? We can do that with our minds too. We can do that with every part of our life. We could continuously build and grow and learn how to adapt and communicate our needs and stuff better. And the thing is, once you start to learn how to grow, you need to start having a better environment. You need to have an environment that allows you to be happy. You can't be in a house with people literally trying to make you miserable every second of the day. That is so toxic AF. And a lot of us come from stuff like that. I myself. Like, why would I have needed to heal to begin with? Because, like, I had rainbows and fairies my whole life? Fuck no. I had the worst of the worst, baby. And I just came through it differently. Okay? I didn't let it destroy me. I didn't let it kill me. I didn't let it end my life the way that they wanted me. They wanted me to kill myself. They wanted me to end my life out of depression, misery, and all this stuff. That's what the enemy wants. And the enemy is anyone that's ever picked on you, bullied you, try to make you feel bad about yourself. So if you're dating a bully that wants you to feel bad for yourself, what should you do? Word on the street is, leave him. I'm sorry, I'm just acting stupid. Word on the street is, she's a bitch. Okay, and once people start talking bad about who you're with, I would say, like, this person is just toxic. A lot of people are gonna know. They're gonna be like, man, that guy that so-and-so is dating is so mean. That says something about you too. Maybe you mean. Maybe you like that. Maybe you think you don't deserve happiness. So you decided to get with the meanest person that nobody wants to be with. Maybe you're a masochist. I don't know. Maybe you need some help. I mean, if you are okay with it, don't fix what ain't broke. But if you're not okay with it, there's many, many ways to help yourself, help the person involved. Some people don't want help though. So if you don't want help, definitely don't try to make, if somebody doesn't want help, don't try to make them get help. That is probably the biggest waste of time in the world. An energy vampire loves that too. An energy vampire would love to see you try to make all these efforts to help them and all this stuff only to make yourself more frustrated. Now, that's how we have to realize things. When you're helping somebody and they're only happy when you're miserable, you'll know. There's a lot of little red flags, okay? Behavior, okay? Words, the things that people say to you. If somebody keeps trying to compare you to other people, whether it's your work, whether it's the way you look, whether it's the way you talk, unless it's a fucking celebrity, I would take that as an insult. Do not compare people to each other, y'all. Like, that's just the best way to fall into that toxicity. And so now we know, if somebody starts trying to compare us to other people, try to make us feel like we're not original, we need to be able to look at that and be like, I see you, baby, I see what you're doing. You're trying to lump me in with everyone else so I don't feel as special. That tells me that you don't feel special. I know your secret. That's the scary part for these narcissists and these toxic people and these karmic energies. They don't want you to see their tactics. They don't want you to know how they work. Because then it keeps you in the dark. It hides information from you. And that's the scariest part. Is that these people know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. That's the worst part for me. Is like, it's like a scientist who knows that their experiments are bad. And they're still doing them. That you're choosing your intentions are, if their intentions are not good for you, it's probably best you get going. Okay, and it's hard to see all the time. Like I said, we got covert narcissists out here pretending that they're sweet and kind and loving, and then they turn around and then they act the completely opposite way. That's what I'm saying. You need to watch what people do. Don't give a fuck about what they say. You could say anything till you're blue in the face. I could talk like this all I want. And then I go leave and I start slapping people. Bah, bah, bah. You know what I mean? I go to the store and be like, how dare you not bow to me? Bah! Slap them right across the face. And so whatever I'm saying is bullshit. You know what I mean? If I go to the 7-Eleven guy and start being racist, I'm obviously no angel. Okay? You know, and my 7-Eleven guys, I live right next to 7-Eleven. I go to there every day. And I ain't being like, hey, how's our poo? You know, no. I know better. I know how to treat people. So I'm not gonna do that. And a lot of people might do it for image, self-image, but behind closed doors, they be slapping their wives. Hell to the no. That's what I hear. Hell to the no. To the no, 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 no. Okay, and I heard it all like really good singing. Which I'm not trying to sing right now. But yeah, somebody is like very good at singing here. Like really, really good. Like y'all can hold a note, okay? And you're just like, fuck no. I'm not gonna be abused behind closed doors. Somebody's walking away. Okay? And I'm telling you, that's the best thing. If you want to help these people, if you truly love these people and you want to help them, walking away is the best thing you can do. And that might be really hard, okay? And I've had to do that a lot, but that's why my cutoff game is so strong. They're gonna be calling you the cutoff king or queen, because you ain't gonna put up with no bullshit. Because you know your worth, you know your value. And that's what I'm asking, everyone to kind of at least look at it. You don't gotta make any changes in your life based on what I'm saying, but maybe look at it. Maybe look at things for what they are. And, be stronger minded. Be strong in your mind, because a lot of people try to manipulate, exploit, and abuse others because their minds aren't strong enough. And if you feel a lack in any kind of way, there's no reason in any world why you couldn't make a difference or a change, okay? And so that's for you to take in and just kind of sit on it. You don't have to do anything based on anything I say ever, okay? Remember, this isn't even advice. This is just facts. I'm just giving out facts that people may not know about. A lot of us just walk through life very innocently, not realizing maybe the way that we're acting and what we're saying and what we're doing is harmful. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know you're toxic. Maybe you have no fucking idea. Maybe you do know. Maybe you're sad about it. You can change it. You know, maybe people are starting to see you are toxic. It's not like you cannot get better. But that's all up to you. And, you know, walking away could be very difficult. But sometimes it's very, very necessary. So I hope this helped you guys. Have a great day or night wherever you are in the world. And, you know, all that great stuff. Bye.